everyone, and welcome to the December edition of the AAA. That's the Ask Antoni Anything session. It is going to be the last one for this calendar year, but fear not, we will be back with another edition in January and throughout 2023 and throughout 2024, and we're here to stay forever and ever until you grow tired of me and my guests keep on start on repeating. And today we have something really special, a familiar face, Elitsa Taskova, who is our product owner of a super exciting new feature and also a team lead. So she leads and gives the task away to many important, diligent software engineers and developers. Happy to have her here for this really exciting and timely topic. The introduction of the Nexo DeFi wallet, which is going to be called just the Nexo wallet from henceforth and in perpetuity. This is the non-custodial wallet that we have been working for some time, and we think that right now is the perfect moment to launch it in beta. Small alert here and disclaimer, but already the lineup has been phenomenal in terms of the products and features that it already has, the ones that we've announced coming soon. A lot of people signing up since we, went live. So without further ado, I am going to give Elitsa the opportunity to say a few words in terms of intro, to give us and set the context for the wonderful questions that will follow after that.
Thanks for the great introduction once again, and thanks for having me. I'm really happy to be here once again, answering your questions as to the Nexo Wallet, which is our brand new product, as Antoni already mentioned, and we are quite proud of having the beta already launched yesterday. So I actually went through the questions, through all of them, and I feel like we should start with a quick overview of the product, because there are a lot of questions and great ones for which we are thankful yet again for our community and your participation in those AMAs. That's what makes them great. That quick overview will give some baseline for the discussion. And what do you think?
Absolutely, by all means.
Okay. So the Nexo Wallet, I'm just quite excited, and I don't know where to start. But the Nexo Wallet features two main components. It is both a smart wallet and a non-custodial wallet. The smart component means that the Nexo Wallet is built on smart contracts and run on smart contracts, which, to give some example and to give you an example of what smart contract means in a simple terms, it is similar to the computer programs we use every day that run on our laptops, but the only difference is that they run on the blockchains, and they give us great flexibility in terms of what we can offer on top of the blockchain capabilities themselves. And the non-custodial component is the famous quote, "Your keys, your coins." In simple terms, it means you're 100% responsible for your funds, and you're the only one to access them at any time. And those combined create this coherent experience that we really believe will change the industry for better. Probably what's important is that the product will be globally available, with few exceptions that we will cover later on. And as to the question when the product will launch, we already mentioned that the beta is live, and you can start exploring the product, and don't hesitate to reach out. Give us your feedback. We dedicated a specific email address for that, and I will personally read everything and come back to you. It's quite important. So, I think that's that's for the intro.
That sets the stage nicely for the questions. Thank you for that context that you are provided us with. The first question is addressed towards you, so pay attention closely. It comes from Jordan, and Jordan asks us, with many wallets already available, how does Nexo aim to differentiate its wallet from the others?
Yeah, that's a great question for to be asked. Product manager should answer this question because this is my job precisely to find this differentiator and to capture as much as possible the addressable market for any product that we do. I will start by saying that I think we at Nexo have the approach do as much as possible or nothing, and we prove that with our custodian 360 solution that now we want to replicate on chain, and this is very different from the existing solutions in the space, because they either focus on one particular chain, for example, or a particular feature. We, on the other hand, want to provide a holistic 360 solution, as we already do on our custodian platform. So this is a bold vision, and it will take some time to deliver on that promise, but I believe this is the what will set us apart from everybody. And with that in mind, we will pursue the smart contracts way of doing products on the blockchain. And there are many reasons for that decision, but I will try to highlight, in my opinion, the three of the most important ones. And those are, first of all, around cost efficiency. So, as I already mentioned, smart contracts give us flexible and creative ways to build products and really create some solutions on top of what is known in the space. And we all know the pain of gas fees, the fact that every transaction on the blockchain has a gas to be paid. So the other one is the fact that you have to hold your native coins in your wallet to pay for that gas on any particular blockchain. So those two problems can be solved with smart contracts, and we already did it with the option to batch transactions. And by batching, you can really save on gas fees. And also we introduced a way to pay for the gas fee with any coin you have in your wallet. So you don't have the blocker to really use all of the features. That's for the cost efficiency. For the second and probably the most important part is around security. And smart contracts, there is a hot topic around the fact why non-custodial solutions have problems with adoption, with mass adoption, and one of the main problems is around the recoverability of the wallet. And smart contracts give us the opportunity to solve this problem by enabling not only the signers, which we already have, which is the way for us to really provide solution to use your funds without compromising on security, but further developing on that and creating guardians, the so-called guardians will also give you the option to recover your keys in case you lose them. So the security is quite a long topic, and I won't be able to cover it probably in a few minutes. But
we'll do a separate AMA session
yeah,
for security alone. We should.
Security, yeah, it is definitely something to speak a lot about. But yeah, smart contracts solve those pain points, and they provide you with the confidence that you are the only one to access and manage your funds. And the last one, the last part I want to cover is around the identity. The identity is a bold idea. It is quite bold, and it's our bet that the direction of blockchain will be on-chain, and having an identity in Web3 will give you this, the sovereign way to use your funds and your personal data. If I have to make parallels with Web2, we all know the social networks that hold your data, hold your everything, and you cannot transfer it easily from one platform to another. That's yet to be solved in Web3, and we want to be the solution to really be there when that happens, both for the financial part and the personal data part of the equation. Yeah, I think that's a lot.
Yeah, that addressed a lot. So
but yeah.
Did you want to add anything else?
No. If
Okay.
If I was clear, or if you have some questions.
I was perfectly clear, I
Okay.
think. I wanted to add something, but then the answer will become too long, so I'm going to refrain from doing that. Next question is for me, comes from Jenna. How does the non-custodial wallet fit into the wider product strategy, specifically in terms of generating revenue for the company? Actually, this touches upon the point where I think that we have a good competitive advantage, is that we have non-custodial solution now, and we have traditionally a custodial solution, and I think that the two can be interoperable in the way that it will be easy to switch from one to the other in terms of technology, how this gets done, and then also like from the experience, you see a somewhat familiar interface, and you see a company and the way they go about products, services, and business and security, etc. So you can very easily navigate between those two. So this is also part of our strategy to hold a holistic 360 degrees around custodial and non-custodial, so that you can do as much as possible from similar interfaces and user experiences. So this is to us very important. I personally, I have assets in cold storage. I have assets that are earning me interest. So I've never been a huge fan of this battle between centralized and decentralized, and I don't think they are necessarily antagonistic. I think the ultimate goal is for everything to become, decentralized to the degrees that is possible, but not everything can be at present structured that way. So I think that we as a company strike also a very nice balance between offering products for both sides of the equation, if you are one of those that view them as antagonistic theses. And just on the revenue side of things, we have some ideas. They are very easily built upon, so you can add different lines and revenue streams on top of that. Obviously, with the transactions and the gas fee, there are opportunities for revenue generation. If you are then to opt for some of the DeFi protocols to earn interest in a non-custodial DeFi way, there is an opportunity for us to participate in that. So lots of different revenue streams. I don't think that the initial point of this product is to instantly make money on, but rather to capture some of the zeitgeist that we have right now around so many failures of centralized entities, some failures in decentralized entities as well, with these perpetual hacks that keep on, recurring hacks rather than perpetual, they keep on occurring, some protocols that don't necessarily make economic sense at all times, especially in bear markets, etc. But the point I'm trying to make is that we are always such a company that listens to the clients, and we had a lot of requests from the outside and some requests inside to develop this product, and Elitsa has been leading some of the processes here. We want to be adequate and provide those solutions that you guys want to see, and if and when we want to make this bankable, there are plenty of opportunities to do that.
Yeah.
All right, moving on to the next question, and I screwed up here. There it is. Okay, it is for you, Elitsa. It comes from Alvaro. Which tokens will be available for staking and yield? Is there any utility for the Nexo token? Will be able to connect a ledger device to it?
3 questions.
3 questions in 1 question. Very good.
That's not one. Okay, thanks for the question. So for the first question around staking, we We will try to enable our solution that we already introduced last week on our custodian platform around the Ethereum staking service, which is a fully decentralized service, but we decided to also plug it into our custodian solution because we see a desire for such products also there. So naturally we will first enable that because it is ready. We have our own validators and we reduce the friction for our clients. And with the start, the product will support 5 EVM compatible networks. So once we start increasing those the number of networks, we will naturally add also the staking component for those that have a staking capability, of course. And with the 250 whitelisted tokens, that will be possible. But yeah, that's for another question, because we also decided to reduce the friction of importing tokens, and that's why there will be 250 whitelisted. So you can easily use our supported decentralized exchanges to swap those or deploy them in different protocols. And that goes to the next part, that yield generation will come in different forms. Not only staking, but we will also introduce liquidity provision in-app, which means that you won't be required to use DApp browser, decentralized application browser, to access different protocols like Uniswap, which have proved over time to be meaningful for the industry, and they are quite useful. And the third way to generate passive income in DeFi is deploying capital to lending protocols like Aave, Compound. But here, spoiler alert, that we are also we currently develop our own lending protocol.
Needless to say, it will be better, much better than all the existing ones.
Of course. Yeah. So 3 ways to generate yield on that product. So on the previous question around how around how we will generate revenue, this answers it as well. So the next question was Nexo token. Nexo token. We entertain our thoughts around a tokenized loyalty program. I will say for now that what we imagine is a way to capture and tokenize the entire crypto journey of any user. And referring back to the times when we were thinking how to implement the loyalty program, we were leading our thoughts around how to make it the most fairest in the industry, and that's why we decided to go into the direction of having the percentage of portfolio as Nexo tokens compared to the fixed amount, because we wanted to make it more inclusive and more fair. So now, further expanding on that thought, I can imagine that we can also track your entire crypto journey from the very beginning and reward you based on that. For example, if you're a holder for 4 years, this is a more loyal user compared to a holder for 1 day. And this is something that can be proved on chain. And so there will be a different, there will be probably a tokenized version of our loyalty program, and Nexo token will be at the heart of it, as always. The third question was to Ledger, right? Ledger is something we will support as a signer and as a wallet to aggregate your balances under your identity in our wallet. So yes, Ledger will be supported. Yeah,
Ledger is definitely making a killing these days, right?
Ledger,
And just a quick note on the Nexo token, we always will be adding new utilities and reasons to own the Nexo token, if for no other reason than just because me and Elitsa are Nexo token holders. That's my version of a joke. All right, so Mike asks me, which are the risks versus rewards versus the risk and rewards? Let me start over, Mike. Which are the risk and rewards versus the Nexo platform people are exposing themselves to by using the Nexo non-custodial wallet? Well, I don't think here anything in particular that is not true generally of, you know, centralized versus decentralized solutions. Obviously, I would like to think that we, as a centralized provider, have done one of the finer jobs in the industry. You know, needless to say, if you are watching this, you know what has been happening this past 9 months, and we have weathered the storm rather well, to put this modestly. It's that time of the year where I'm in a modesty type of mode. But kidding aside, you know, obviously there are a lot of provisions that we as an entity have in place to safeguard you on the centralized platform, and I like to think that our track record speaks very loudly, and I don't need to chime in. On the decentralized solution, obviously, you know, you are sort of on your own. You have to have your own security protocols, make sure that you do not lose your private key or the 12, 24 or how many ever words those are. You have to be their guardian and make sure that, you know, nobody gets hold of them, and then also if God forbid something happens to you and you have sizable assets within those private keys, that you have a sustainable way of passing those along to your loved ones. You know, there are solutions here. They are not the easiest to implement because you either have to trust another human being, which depending on your particular circumstances might or might not be a viable option, or you have to have a security protocol. Either way, it is complicated, and I think that's actually one of the big barriers to mass adoption, because it is a challenge. Apart from that, you know, people, when you have assets in a non-custodial wallet, you tend to be, you know, enticed to engage with other decentralized protocols, which might or might not have the necessary security infrastructure in place. So, you know, you have to make a lot of decisions that we collectively as a team, as professionals, make for you on the centralized platform. And as far as risks are concerned, I think those are the most notable ones. But again, like, you have to make the choices that you have to make, what fits you personally. Myself, you know, I have some assets in non-custodial solutions. I have assets in custodial solutions. It's just a matter of what works for you. There are no universal answers here.
Yeah, keep your keys.
Yeah. Moving on to the next one. The question comes from Christian, and it is for you. Elitsa. Announced features suggest the wallet will use smart contracts instead of EOAs. How involved will Nexo be with contract interactions on behalf of users? So lucky I don't have to answer that question.
Yeah, this should build upon the previous point around security that I already started. So the smart contract, the identity is indeed controlled by a smart contract, and what's important here is the fact that the identity cannot be neither created nor managed without a non-custodial wallet. And the creation of this non-custodial wallet, whether it will be an externally owned account, as you mentioned, or it will be a native wallet created by Nexo, but again 100% non-custodial wallet, proves that ultimately you will be the one to manage that identity, because you're the owner of the signer, this non-custodial wallet. So even if you want, we cannot act on behalf of the users in no way. And yeah, guardians, I already touched upon the guardians part. You don't have to entrust your circle, you can entrust your many wallets. That's the good part, because if you, for example, lose your seed phrase for one particular wallet, but you created an identity which combines many of them, then with another wallet that you already entrusted, you can recover your identity and your wallets, which is really the best possible outcome of such incident. So yeah, there are solutions, and I can assure you we cannot act on behalf of any user. There are some ways for us to also double down on the security component. We are undergoing an audit, and we want to make multiple audits on our smart contracts, which will verify the mechanisms in place that are implemented to manage and to manage the signers and the guardians' logic. And yeah, open source is also something we discuss internally, at least that part which is related to the signers management can be open source, not outsourced. We will not outsource it. We have the brilliant developers building this solution, so we are quite happy about it. But yeah, open source is a way to go.
Absolutely. All right, we have an anonymous question. Will we be the exclusive owners of our keys?
To me?
No, to me. Yes, you are the sole exclusive owners of your keys. Defeats the purpose otherwise, so 100%. All right.
Simple as that.
Polymonger. Well, sometimes direct, simple answers are the way to go.
Yeah.
Is there an easy way to bridge funds from the Nexo app over to the DeFi wallet and vice versa? Is there any advantage for platinum ranked users on gas?
Again, 2 questions.
Yep.
So bridging accounts, custodial and non-custodial, is also something interesting in terms of how to tackle it technologically. And we decided to approach it with a zero knowledge proof fundamental way of thinking, which in simple words can be translated to proof that you are you without saying who are you or something like that.
Yeah.
So the custodian part, we know who you are because of the KYC, but in DeFi we don't know who you are. Bridging both of those worlds can be made in a zero knowledge proof way, which will enable the transfer of balances in the most seamless way possible. But not only that, it will also enable many applications in the future. We are about to see expansion of Web3 and different requirements from the Web3 providers and services related to your data. So you might be required to share to use a Web3 application, but to share some personal information as to, for example, do you have age of 18 or more, and those things can be implemented further on with the zero knowledge proof way of bridging custodial and non-custodial solutions, and we are working on that. The second question was the
second question was about platinum ranked
platinum
users.
Will always be rewarded greatly, and compared to all the other levels, platinum users of course will get the best benefits. I already said some words around the loyalty, and I think I covered it.
Yep, you did.
Okay. You're in a hurry, I see.
I'm not in a hurry, no. It's just I'm trying to keep it dynamic for our audience. Question from Alvaro for me. Will it have Fiat on and off ramps? And will it be possible to use the Nexo card within the wallet while keeping the same benefits? All right, that's 2 tricky questions. Tricky because there are no easy answers here in terms of, obviously we want all of that. The challenges are in what Elitsa just described on how to, integrate the 2 solutions, make sure that we are in compliance with our legacy world type of obligations around KYC, anti-money know your customer, KYC, anti-money laundering policies, etc., which are useful, important, and also required by certain counterparties such as card issuers. So it is very hard in this day and age, I would say nearly impossible, to have any meaningful card program without the necessary KYC AML. So we have to see how we breach that. Elitsa touched upon some of the potential solutions here. Same goes for Fiat on and off ramps. This is like part of the reason why some things go through to centralized entities to this day, precisely because they interact with quote-unquote legacy world. So we are working on that. If we can crack that, there will be a huge advantage and a differentiator between us and most everybody. We are super excited. There are some solutions already. There are others that wait to be developed, but absolutely these are the type of things that we will dedicate significant time and resources in developing. And yeah, stay tuned. It's going to be exciting.
As always.
All right, next one is for you. Will we be able to generate Nexo loans from assets held in our Nexo DeFi wallet via smart contracts?
Yeah, that's my favorite question, because by pioneering the crypto credit lines, I feel we are obliged to do this.
Absolutely.
To transfer this amazing system and replicate it on chain. The liquidation engine that proved to be the best in the industry can be and will be replicated on chain, and also this balance between the supply and demand, the borrowers and depositors, is what have to be implemented in order to facilitate this feature. But we, as I already said, it is already in the making. And yes, I think that providing the option to spend your crypto without selling it is what proved to be one of the best utilities and one of the best products in our product suite. And it is needed in the industry. It is for the custodian part of the industry, and also for the DeFi space. This is one of the most important features. And it is, on the other hand, it is the most fair thing to also give back to those sourcing liquidities in the form of some yield. So yeah, that's really great product, and we are inclined to do it.
All right. Yeah, absolutely. Okay, next question is for me. Does Nexo have ambitions to become more DeFi, or is this new wallet a standalone product for now? I think we touched upon that question a little bit already. We have the centralized offering. We now have a decentralized offering. We are going to intertwine those two and make them as interoperable as possible. I think this is the ultimate sweet spot, so that you can cater to the needs of those who need solutions in one division and those who need in the other one. So this is like super exciting to us. I mean, my ultimate dream is one day to have as many things trustless as possible, so that you can less and less rely on us or anyone else, for that matter, to be able to achieve the same results. Now, this is not an unambitious goal. There are technological challenges, there are legal challenges, if you will, what we talked about, know your customer policies, anti-money laundering, etc. There are security considerations, what we also talked about, but I think that this will be hugely important in the years to come, and we are trying to get there. Now, this will not be a straight line, this will not be a smooth path, it will not happen tomorrow, but ultimately it is the, well, sorry for the repetition, but the ultimate goal to pursue. Yeah,
absolutely.
That was it? Oh, really? Oh, that was quick and painless. Yeah, well, thank you guys for joining. Elitsa for being with us, dedicating some time to explain all these intricate and complicated concepts, because some of them, quite frankly, are. I personally have already signed up for my DeFi Nexo Wallet. I did it today. I played around with it a little bit, and I really like what I saw. It's a great product, and I see how quickly this could grow in usage. They are novel, brave concepts, which I'm proud that you did not shy away from pursuing. And yeah, it's been. It's exciting times. I think it's a very timely product as well, and happy to see what you guys have to say and give us as feedback.
Yeah, absolutely. I hope I answered the questions in the best possible way for the time that we had. So but we will probably do another AMA
we'll definitely do
all of those topics separately, like identity and security.
And we'll build up new products on top of the existing ones, and when we gather a critical mass, we'll have another sit down and discuss it. Well, that was it, folks. Thank you so much for watching. We are holidays are upon us, so we wish you all the best, sending positive vibes and energy to you and your families, loved ones, wherever in the world you might be watching from. Stay safe, stay sane, and make the best of the few quiet days that the end of the year usually has in store for us. Thank you so much, and we'll see you next year.
See you.